Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and today, if you didn't guess it by now, we're gonna do a Cascade tutorial. However, this is one of the quickest cascades you can make with just 2 main pieces of greenery, a few little extra fillers, and some sola with flowers. So let's just jump right into the tutorial. Okay, so for this tutorial, you are going to need some sort of hanging greenery. I'm actually gonna use 2 different kinds. We're gonna mix them together. You could look at it as a cascade of greenery. It's gonna come on a normal kind of stem, wired down, but it tapers down. That's how this is gonna become one of those hack cascades, making it super simple to make because all of the shaping is already done for us. I also grabbed just a few other pieces of greenery. This is optional if you want more texture, more color to add in there. We'll add in some pieces of greenery to fill in some of the gaps and holes. The flowers we're going to use today are buttercups. I've stemmed most of them, but I figured let's do a quick stemming tutorial while we're here. I'll show you how to stem these. I am going to keep just a few unstemmed because I think I'm either going to use some floral paddle wire instead of our normal 18 gauge wires, or we might try something else. And the other thing before I show you how to stem a flower is you're going to want some cable ties or zip ties. These will come in handy when we're wrapping the bouquet handle itself. Now some of the solo flowers are going to come with a little bit of a tail at the end of them. Not all of them do, but some do, and there's a little trick to this. What you're going to do is you're going to grab a scissors and you're going to notice there is a string at the base of the flower. You're going to cut close to the string, but don't cut over the string because otherwise your flower is going to fall apart. That's what's holding it together. So I'm just going to clip that off. Now we have a flat surface. What I like to do is I put my wire in first, so I kind of what I refer to as a pre-hole. That way when I have the glue on there, I'm not fuddling around trying to put the wire in the flower and possibly burning my hands. So I got my wire where I want it. Don't do that. I do this. I put my wire right into the nozzle of the glue gun. It's not recommended. But you want to get a little bit of hot glue onto the wire, put it back in there, and then our flower is stemmed. So now, let's get really into this tutorial and let's make a Cascade bouquet. First of all, any good tutorial around here is provided by a ton of coffee. So I do have my coffee on the side. I have a feeling I'm gonna be drinking this throughout the tutorial, so don't mind me. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix these 2. We're gonna kind of ruffle them together and we're going to create, we should time this, one of the fastest, quickest kind of cascade bouquets you could ever make because we do not need to create the shape on our own because they've already done that for us. So I'm just going to move some of the leaves around. We're going to move them in together, make them sit nice and happy. What we're going for is, again, we want it to come tapered down. So if we're not tapered, we're moving stuff in to get that shape that we want. Again, we're just creating the base. The flower, everything's gonna come together. We're gonna add some more greenery, but that's feeling pretty good with that. So let's grab the other greenery. We're gonna add that in now. We're going to be more heavy in the center body of this and less on the bottom because the bottom is really where the tapering happens and we don't want to add too much extra weight to that. Otherwise we lose that shape that we've been working on creating with our cheating method of using hanging greenery we've already got. A lot of this is just bringing it and trying to extend your arm and move your head back. That's the technical way to do this. Much more full now. A lot of this is just adjusting and adjusting and more adjusting. There she be. So now what we're gonna do, before we put the flowers in, because we don't want to have a hand cramp, what we're going to do is we're going to take a zip tie, cable wire, cable tie, all those fun things. I get them in green, and I'm going to just, this is really going to help us hold everything in place. We can take this apart afterwards if we want, or cut it off, and we'll cut off that little extra, but that's going to hold everything together so that we don't have to hold so tightly on there. All right, so now the flowers are going to go in. I did decide to go all with cream flowers. These are not dyed, and all of the same style flower. Just because the greenery in a Cascade Bouquet seems to be more of the star of this show than the flowers themselves. So we're just gonna start popping them in there. The top ones are more, in all honesty, for the bride to be able to see. So she can look down and she can see a pretty flower staring back up at her. Similar to what we do with like boutonnieres, so that when, and corsages and things. So when they're looking down, they get to see something too. And then we want to just have a couple flowers right at the bottom, not a lot. This one I don't like, and this one was on a wire, so, or on a greenery, so we're okay, but we still do need a flower there. So we're gonna put that back in there, but we're gonna put it in a slightly different position. But as you can see, like we've got some that are sneaking behind so that they're not like just sitting on the top. We're getting closer. We actually only might need the one flower. I kind of feel like I'm okay with that one being kind of covered right there. I'm just feeling like there's a hole kind of right here. So maybe one or two flowers. Let's give that a look. Let's try that. It was destined to be, there you go, on the floor. Okay, there we go. So we've got that. I'm gonna bring that one down a little bit. Oh, I think she's complete, you guys. Our Cascade Bouquet. So now, let's finish this up. I'm gonna take off the one cable tie, and we're gonna do another cable tie to hold this all together. I'm just gonna trim just these little guys right here that are kind of poking through at the bottom. Because we want a little bit of weight at the bottom of that one. All right, so now let's get a ribbon and she's done. I thought since we did all cream, there's not a lot of color in here except for a couple of like the little blueberries that are peeking through, which again, I wish I had a third one, but I don't. So we're gonna use this ribbon is what I'm going to, we'll bring in the wedding colors, if you will, via that ribbon. In my head, that's what I'm telling myself. So I'm going to trim off the little bit that's left of that cable tie that's holding everything together. And it's high enough up so your hand is not gonna be resting on that. Like that would be this, like if your hand is way, like you're gonna be, like that would hurt. Most likely, you're gonna be holding it closer to the base. But what I will do is I will move this around a little bit so that it's not gonna poke somebody in the chance that they wanna hold their bouquet super, super high. We've got a Cascade Bouquet with a couple flowers peeking at the top, so when you look down you see all this pretty greenery and your flowers. But how easy was that? Like this is one of those very quick type of cascades because all of the work for the most part, besides a little bit of extra shaping, is already done for you. Which is my kind of project. All right guys, that's it. See? Totally told you, it's doable. You yourself can absolutely make a beautiful custom Cascade Bouquet with just a little bit of help with some greenery that does most of the work for you. If you are loving these tutorials, make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell. To find out more about the 100+ sola wood flowers we carry in the shop, go to ohyourelovely.com. And until next time, this is Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye guys!